Inktober is finished and I successfully did it. So I am really happy. And so I decided to do an extra video for this week to show you what I did for Inktober 2017. I think I did better than last year. Last year is, I think, the first video I ever did on that channel, because that's what's actually, I took on the challenge last year, deciding that I wanted to try to draw and get better, and I started with Inktober last year, which I completed successfully. But if you go back on my videos and check what I did last year, I think that I improved. I think that this year went a little bit better. If you saw my video about things that I was going to use for Inktober, I followed what I said, except that I actually added the micron pen. I bought the micron pen set. And I actually found out that those were awesome to do cross-hatching and more convenient than the dip pen, but with the same kind of really thin lines. If you take the smallest, which is the 005, which I don't know where it is. This is a spare. But, oh, here it is. So you'll see that I did quite some cross-hatching stuff this year, and I learned a lot from it because, well, you know, you have to learn shade and light, and with only black and white, so that was really interesting. So let's go. Let's see, because the first one is larger. Ooh, that's not the... Okay. So I did show you when I did this one. I improved actually since then. I kind of find that one a bit ridiculous, but improving, that's good. So here was my first one. The prompt, so this year I followed the prompt, the official prompt from Inktober, and the first prompt was Swift. And I decided to try to illustrate life is short and time is swift. And I wanted to use only one line, so I actually ended up using two lines, one for time and one for life, and I tried to kind of form the different stages of life until the ghost. I think this is a concept interesting that I will go back to, but this is not my best. Let's see, I'm gonna go back on only one side, because for the rest I actually did only one. Sorry about the zoom. Why is it changing? Okay, that should work. All right, second day was divided. So here again, that was kind of, well, you will see. But I like the idea of divided because you have the two kids who one is the circle team and the other one is a triangle team, and the two little babies are combining the two to try to make a little character or have fun with it, while the two adults who are on the different teams are obviously fighting. And I think this is sadly what happens often. Okay, number 3, I had an accident. So I wanted to try that style that I see a lot with women being drawn with, you know, beautiful hair and very fine details, and that was fun, but at the same time I think it's just not my style. This is just not me, and there are so many artists who do it so well that I don't think the world is missing on me for that. But even that, I was eating cherry tomato, and it did come on my drawing, and my reflex was to do that, to remove it as fast as possible, and there we go. So I guess it's a sign. It's just definitely not my style. Alright, next, number 4 was underwater, and I decided to have fun. So I decided to try to paint a little bit with the ink, so I did try different gradients, and I don't know why, but I absolutely wanted a crab that was playing cards. So here is my crab playing cards with a little octopus, and the little fishes are watching. I had fun. Next prompt, number 5, was long, and I kind of picture that path for me to improve toward my arts in painting and drawing. And so I kind of wanted to make it complicated, a bit, you know, even maybe dangerous, but possible. And so that's what came to my mind. This is my character. You will see her several times. Number 6 was a sword. I drew the sword from King Arthur, while actually the cartoon, I don't remember what the name was in English, I'm sorry. But this is Merlin's hat and the sword in the middle that needs to be picked up. Had fun. Number 7 is Shy. I love Tweety, so I had to draw at least one Tweety. And so, you know, from here, well, actually, I've been pushing myself to draw only from imagination, to not follow a model. So that's what I did also for those. I kind of checked again the proportions and so on of the characters, but I drew them without any kind of model. And so I had fun, and I wanted that kind of shy Tweety, but not so shy because he just managed to get Sylvester under the TV. So this is not such innocent shy Tweety. Number 8 was Crooked. I don't know if you're gonna see it all. Hold on. Of course, I always go the wrong way. So this is a Pisa tower that I drew. I went to Italy this summer, and we went to Pisa, and we went to check that tower, which is a bit less crooked than the one I drew, but still, I kind of like it. It was more of a realistic drawing, and that was fun. So that was my first one where you could see that I did that kind of thinner shading with cross hatching. This is the first of several. Alright. Next one was Screech. So I love animals, and so I decided to draw that bald eagle. And it was kind of, so you have to know that I'm improvising, right? I used my brush pen for this one, and I wasn't entirely sure on how I was gonna render the different structure on the bird, and I'm actually rather happy on how it turned out, so nice. 10 was Gigantic. I don't know if you play Pokemon Go, but I do, and especially my husband, and so that's kind of part of our daily life. And so when I saw the prompt Gigantic, I kind of thought about us. This is me and this is him, and we ended up facing a Gigantic Snorlax. Oh, hold on. Alright, sorry for that. So as I was saying, I drew our characters facing that Gigantic Snorlax because I know this is not the biggest Pokemon that exists, but I kind of really like it, and it's big, and it's lazy, and it was sleeping, and I liked it. So see, I tried again that cross-hatching stuff. Again, I'm improvising every time I'm learning, so but it turned out better than I thought, and you know, I tried to build those shadings. Again, it's all from imagination, so that's kind of a new thing for me because I can't rely on a model to do all the shadings and so on, so that's great. Number 11, I'm gonna just go a bit closer so you see better. Ooh, not too close. Alright. So, the prompt was run, and I'm trying to start running and exercises more, but my main motivation truly when I go running is the warm shower I'm gonna take after. And so I drew what I like. The best part of running for me is the shower after it, so that's what I drew. Number 12, I have 5 cats, and so when I saw Shattered, I clearly thought about my cats, and one of my cats in particular, she's called Funny, and she's really funny, and she tends to do that. She would just throw things away and just look at you with her paw left in the middle and without any kind of guilt, and that actually makes me laugh a lot. So she inspired me. Number 13 was teaming. So I thought about those huge groups of fishes that still exist for now, and hopefully will keep existing if we don't keep overfishing them. But that's what I try to do. And so I kind of try to paint again and do some kind of gradients, but ink is a lot harder to paint in, I don't know, do gradient with than watercolors, for instance. So that was really interesting, and I drew some orcas because I love orcas. So killer whales, if you prefer. So here they are in the back, swimming towards the group, and that's it. Number 14 was Fierce, and I just love those little kittens who are so small and try to scare the bigger dogs who usually just look at them like, what the hell do you want? So that's what I drew, and I am kind of happy about how it turned out, because again, I'm drawing from imagination, and just the fact that it actually looks like a kitten and a dog, and that we understand what I wanted to draw, is kind of a win for me. So I like it. Number 15, the prompt was mysterious, so I tried to draw our universe. So it should be Earth down here, and the sun. I know it doesn't look like the sun, but I didn't really know how to draw with ink in just those gradients, so experiencing, but it turned out okay. 16, the prompt was fat, and so I wanted to do something kind of positive, and so I wanted to draw that kind of mix between a sumo and a Buddha, I guess. Let's say a very peaceful sumo, and again, just from imagination, and I tried to draw some shading and try to think how it would work out, and I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. So good. Number 17 was graceful. So again, you're gonna be too close. Okay. So obviously I drew a ballerina. I used to be a dancer, and I really like it. I wanted at first to avoid, because to me that's kind of cliche to draw a ballerina when you talk about graceful, because to me this is the first thing that comes to your mind, but I really liked it, and I tried to play with the contrast, so making all of her body all black and just her clothes white. So I like it. That turned out pretty good. Overall, as I was saying, I'm happy with the drawings this year. I think they improved. Hopefully next year they will be even better. But number 18 was filthy. So I wanted to draw that kind of scene with a witch that's kind of filthy. And I wanted to draw more. I wanted to draw a full background and so on, but I didn't have time to do it. So I'm still happy that I could create a witch the way I kind of envisioned it. So here we are. 19. The prompt was cloud, and I was getting a bit tired because it's still a challenge for me to draw every day, and especially do a completely drawing every day. So I kind of really wanted to be on a cloud like this and just relax with a little book on the side, and obviously one cat is looking at me because we still have 5 cats, so I always have at least one around. 20 was deep, and so for deep, I posted the video of what I did. I just wanted to do that little underground city, and that was pretty cool. Number 21 was furious, and so I really like gorillas. If you didn't understand, I really like animals overall and Earth overall, but so I wanted to draw that gorilla, but I wanted people who look at him to add the word furious when they look at it. So I wanted to draw a gorilla that's kind of ready to come to you, but is not furious yet. And just imagine what would happen if he was actually getting furious and come towards you. You would probably realize that humans are not that strong. But I really like gorillas. Number 22 was a trail. So I drew myself on a trail and tried to again improvise some textures and how to draw trees and that kind of things. And all those little rocks that you can see here are the 31 Inktober drawings. This is me, really happy to be on my way to the end. And you cannot really see, but all the white ones here are actually the one that I already did at that point, and the black ones here are the one that I had left to do. So you would not know if I didn't tell you, but I thought it was important. That's why I'm explaining my drawings, right? Number 23 was juicy. So I decided to try a more realistic drawing, to do a study. So that's what came out. And again, I tried to change the different texture, for the different fruits, and that was a really interesting exercise. Number 24. So the prompt was blind, and so I don't know if you ever did that, but I did blind test of Skittles because people always tell you that you cannot know which color that is by taste because they all taste the same, and I swear that I could find which color that was. And so that's my blind test of Skittles. Number 25 was a ship, and I had different ideas. I kind of wanted to draw the Titanic, but I didn't have the time, and then I still was thinking about that ship, and then I came up with this, and I kind of made it Disney themed. I think this is one of the drawings that I would like to redo and make a real painting of, so nice. Number 26, the prompt was squeak, and I thought about that door, that scary noise that doors make when they open. I don't know if that was a cat or a door, but let's say that was a door. And so I wanted to draw that monster that was coming in. It's kind of weird formed, obviously it's not human, and that little kid in the bed that's looking at it, knowing that it's coming and scared. So I liked it. Alright, number 27 was climb. So I wanted to do those little mice working together to try to reach their cheese. Again, I didn't have much time, but I had fun, and that's also probably something that I would like to work better and make as a full illustration. But I like the idea. 28 was fall, and I thought about the season, the fall, and the trees and the leaves going away. So I used it to experiment on drawing a tree with ink and drawing all the shadings and textures. I think I like it. I do like it. Number 29 was united. I'm a beekeeper, so well, it kind of fits with the fact that I really like earth and animals, right? So I have honeybees, and I kind of wanted to draw a honeybee on a hand. My honeybee turned out pretty big. So don't worry if you're afraid of honeybees, they are not that big in reality. They're a lot smaller, they're very cute. Once you get to know them, I really like them. But it's I like the hand. It turned out good, and still working on my shading, and I'm getting a bit more comfortable with all that, so that's nice. Alright, number 30 was found. So again, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I spend an amount of time that's not normal, I guess, to search for my phone. I lose it every 5 minutes. Or, well, I lose it, and then I at some point I realized that I don't know where it is, and then I spent a lot of time looking for it. And you know, I kind of wanted to draw myself making a mess and throwing things everywhere, because I'm again searching for my phone, and the cat's having fun with the mess that I'm making. So that was it. And the last one for today, the prompt was mask, so I decided to draw a mask, but a carnival kind of mask, and make it like very soft. You know, those white masks that you can draw on or paint on, and I don't know. It turned out actually like what I had in mind. So that's good. I kind of had fun to try to find pattern that I would do on it, you know, try to reverse the contrast in between, and kind of make it balanced, but not too full of illustration, but not empty, too white either. So I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. So here it is. That was Inktober 2017, and as I was saying, I think that I improved from last year. If you want to check, I have my video on this channel. This was, as I was saying, the first one. But yeah, I mean, not all of them are awesome. I think that somehow, I think that things changed after day 3. So when I reached this one, the first ones were kind of trial errors. I don't know. It was kind of a bit more overwhelming. You can see here that I didn't have any shading or anything, but it was already hard for me to draw purely from imagination. And so that's where the challenge was for me, was to not rely on references to draw. In the first one was a bit rough, but I think that it went better after that, except this one was, you know, again, there are so many other people who do it a lot better, so that's fine. And then from here, I think that I actually started to feel more comfortable in, you know, do a bit of a better quality from imagination. So I learned a lot, definitely this year. I definitely gained confidence to draw more and without any reference, which is nice, because it's been my biggest struggle. If you watched my video, I think I talk about it in some of them. So that's awesome. If you feel like trying it next year, I think you should. This is a bit difficult and overwhelming on some days, but I think that's definitely worth it. So that's it. Also, I was thinking, and just let me know if anybody wants to comment, let me know if you're interested. I was thinking that we are 20 people on this channel, which is very small, but that I find still awesome. I am really happy that 20 of you are following me in my path to becoming a better artist. And so I was thinking that I could have one of you receive a print of one of my Inktober drawings that I would let you choose, and you know, kind of do a giveaway for our little team, and choose maybe any of the drawings except this one. Well, unless you really want it this way, but luckily I took a picture before I messed it up, so I could post it without this, but it happened after that, so I cannot really make a print out of it now, so except this one. If you are interested to win one of those drawings as a print, let me know if that's something that, you know, you would be interested in, and I will set that up if I have some people who show interest. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a bit of a longer one, but it's been a long month too. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you Friday for my regular video. Bye bye!